Getting scammed on the internet is basically a daily activity for anybody with an email address, so it won't surprise you that the metaverse will bring with it a whole new buffet of ways for people to try and part you from your hard-earned cash. As the virtual world evolves and starts to take on characteristics of the real world, we could see a mesh of the street scam with the phishing scam. We could see avatar-to-avatar interactions where someone might be swindled into buying virtual goods or taking part in a virtual activity, and while being virtually scammed on a virtual street may be many years away, we already see a very real problem with the technology that's going to be underpinning the metaverse. Now, before we go any further, I am going to have to try and explain the blockchain. Hold on to your seats. In the crudest of terms, the blockchain is a series of blocks of data that once written can no longer be changed, and a ledger of what is on each block is kept across the entirety of the chain. Now this prevents the chain from being tampered with, and it makes it a very safe way of collecting this information and storing it in a decentralized manner. Real world example, think of it as a time that you made a passing comment on your girlfriend's dress, and then 6 years later she brought it up again in an argument, and for some reason all of her friends seem to know about that one time as well. That's the blockchain. Now, this blockchain technology currently underpins the NFT, crypto, and virtual land markets, all things that are likely going to play a part in the metaverse going forward. And while the blockchain itself is fairly secure, as in it's very difficult to manipulate, it does lack a certain amount of governance. And while users are identifiable, they do maintain an air of anonymity. Take OpenC as an example. OpenC is a platform that allows users to create, trade, and buy NFTs using a mixture of real-world and virtual currencies. They recently flip-flopped on restricting the number of NFTs a user could create, and this was after a review of their own business showed that nearly 80% of all free NFTs created were either fraudulent or stolen. Countless instances of NFTs and crypto being stolen through hacks and just straight-up scams have come to light. Examples of creators taking off with funds before even an NFT can be minted are becoming commonplace, and users are losing millions of dollars. Going forward, we need to see a lot less self-regulation. We need to see industry leaders and policymakers step up and start to make decisions on what the metaverse is going to look like going forward. We need rules and we need boundaries. As much as people hate them, we need something to work within. Until then, it's going to be a virtual Wild West.